Hi everyone, so today continuing on with the new Spellbinders collections releases for January of 2025. I hope I said 2025 in the last video. I'll be trying out this collection. It is the new Vivid Expressions. There are several different pieces to this collection. These are the ones that I chose to review. And so these items were sent free of charge for my review. And of course, all opinions are my own. And any links down in the description box will be affiliate links, which means I'll make a small commission if you purchase items to those links. I already did a quick tutorial on the gift card holder from the Bougie Birthday Collection. So if you want to check that out, it'll be there on my channel. If I recall, I will link it in the description box also. I do have affiliate links for the US and the UK if you're interested in trying those out. And supporting the channel that way. I really appreciate it. So this one's just gorgeous. I, totally forgot to mention it. I can't believe I forgot to mention in the first video that I did, talking about the new releases. The Say Cheese, the classic Pooh, Winnie the Pooh collection. Super cute. They have, Letterpress, plates and dies and all kinds of bits and bobs from like scrapbooking collections. It's really, really cute. My samples are going to come in late, so I'll have that for you guys later. I don't have them quite yet in my hands, but they have shipped, so I'll have that for you guys very soon. And then again, the Jack of all trades, I do have my items for that. I'll jump into that very soon. But today we're checking out the Vivid Expressions. But yeah, the Winnie the Pooh, it's just very classic. It's like that classic Pooh and Tigger and Piglet and Eeyore, the very old school kind of look to them. So with this guy, I did get the Vivid Blooms etched dies, which is this set right here, and it is large and beautiful. I mean, look how big these are. I don't know if you can, I have big hands, but I think they're big. They're a really good size. Hope you can tell by the grid lines on my mat here. So just gorgeous layers and sprigs and leaves and greenery and like just very interesting things like this little guy here. It's just beautiful. So we'll essentially be working with that today, I'm sure. I did also grab the Ideal Moments Sentiments, which, takes you through the year, essentially. You do have the dies that cut them all out at once, the two different strips of the sentiments. So as you can see here, happy birthday, get well soon, congratulations, celebrate, so proud of you, got this, handmade for you, made with love from all of us, thank you, sending hugs, thanks a million. Forever grateful, welcome little one, you're in my thoughts, you brighten my day with deepest sympathy, happy anniversary, always and forever, you're my everything, happy Mother's Day, happy Father's Day, happy retirement, hello sweet friend. I mean, other than like Christmas, you have it there, but celebrate can work for that too, right? So it's really great, all encompassing in that set. And then they have this gorgeous set. There are other, like I said, dies, some really cute, border, border, yes, but letterpress border images and dies, and just a lot going on with this set. But I have this guy. It's the Blooming Butterflies 3D emboss and cut folder, So I don't know if you can see in this bottom corner, it is their oversized folder. It is 3D, so you're going to want to have a 3D sandwich with your machine, whatever you have. Hopefully you have that capability. The 8 3/4 by 5 3/4 measurement on that plastic folder, right? The full measurement. But in this corner, you have this gorgeous bouquet, like swag, gorgeous area. And you have all these butterflies and this beautiful floral, it looks like almost like peony, like just a big flower and a beautiful rose, right, with the leaves. And you have the dies that go along with them. So, you can run this through. I don't know if you would want that, right, on your paper. It's going to have all these different things. So definitely, do the area you want. But these guys are separate. So what happens is you pop them in if you want to use them, right? So you just kind of place them where they need to be. And if I run a piece of paper through here, it's going to cut this away. And I'm going to have a beautiful card corner or for a scrapbook. Can you imagine if you had that in the top corner, bottom corner, all the corners? That'd be really pretty, right? And then these guys also have their cutting dies, right? I suppose you could run this through first and then get that piece of paper and then just place it where you want it and then run it through, right? Because that is another way of doing it. So that might be a more simple way of doing it, especially when there are so many different things on this one. You really want these guys to be in where they need to be. So possible, maybe we'll do that just to show you what I mean. And then our sentiments. So this is another sentiment set that's not letterpress. It's obviously dies and just tons of words. So we have hugs, best, you, for, wishes, hello, thanks. Thanks is a little bit different with their outline that it has because they each have their outline and then, or background dye with the more delicate word. Because it has so many loops and holes, I guess it was just easier to do it like this, right? So it looks different from the others. But that's thank. I think it says miss. Congrats, and then let's see. Okay. I'm trying to see what this one says. Something ed. Oh, enclosed. Interesting. I would never guess that. So enclosed, right? So very cute. I suppose best wishes enclosed or something like that. Hugs enclosed, you know, however you want to mix and match that. So let me grab some paper. I do have different sentiments, different things. So I'll probably have a couple tutorials on this, but for today's, we're going to try out the 3D embossing folder for sure. Our wording, maybe some flowers. Maybe we just rely on this. I don't know. I'll be right back. Oh, guys, sorry. One more thing that goes along with this. I do have a better press plate. It's this sweeping script sentiments. And I'm so sorry. I thought this was for a different collection, but it is for the vivid expressions here. So huge words like the hello, for, and then thank and you. So we have quite a few sentiments in this one. A couple of them better presses. But like I said, they have just a really well thought out collection here. So I love lace dyes and those kinds of things, but there are lace border dyes and a better press plate also. Okay, I will be right back. Okay, guys, so I have a standard A2 size piece of paper here. I'm just going to make a card base. I'm going to cut this at 5.5 inches and then score at 4 1/4 in the other direction. Done super easy on my Spellbinders trimmer. I love this trimmer. My favorite all-time trimmer. I've been using these guys trimmers since, oh gosh, I don't know, how old is my son, 24? 25, 26 years. I just love this one. Okay. And there we go. And then I think I'm going to use the script. I know I want to use the, start off in my head thinking a totally different thing, but that's okay. So I'm going to cut this at 4 1/4, just a full thing. And then I'll probably trim it down because I like having matte layers. Even though it's just white on white, you'll see that in the background. I think it looks really nice. We're going to do some better pressing, and I guess I'm not going to use it. I've totally changed my mind with what I was going to do. So, I laid these out. I thought, okay, I'm going to do some flowers, little, we're going to focus on the 3D embossing folder and this guy. Why not? The one that I almost didn't recall to bring into this collection. So there you go. Oh, and look at that. Everything's set up already from the last project I did. Okay, so we have our better press. Super easy to use. Again, you can glimmer these whatever you like for this. You can bring your better press plates, should I say, to the glimmer. Do not bring your glimmer plates to the better press. They're a little thicker and it could damage your plate system here. So we have thank you and, for, hello. So like for you, thank you, just hello on its own or however. So I'm going to do hello today, just simply and easily here. And again, that's why I didn't trim this down, because maybe I'm going to be a little bit off and, maybe I'm going to trim it in a certain way to put it how I would want it to be. And whatever side of your paper you want facing up, like facing to get printed on or letter pressed on, make sure that's facing you right now, okay? So I'm just kind of eyeballing this. And you can definitely use your better press inks, your I'm going to use VersaFine. It works really well. This guy, these are huge. I don't know if you can see. So this is 4 1/4 and it's bigger than that. It can go in the other direction all the way across. Check that out. You can do kind of a fun way like this. Whatever it is you want to do. I was going to go in this direction, I think. Why not? We'll make this one landscape. And so I'm just eyeballing that. Trying to see where like the H here, the E's up there, the O's way up here, these L's. I'm just trying to eyeball where I think it might look the straightest. And I'm just going to ink this guy up all the way to the edges, even though I know that's not going to do anything because it's going to be off the paper. And I'm just going to run that through. I'll be right back. All right. Let's take a look-see. And I'm using just heavyweight cardstock, 300 GSM. All 3 shims that the better press come with are always in there. I always leave them there. And that looks absolutely gorgeous. Oh my gosh. I don't even want to trim any of it down, but I'm going to because I have to. I must. All right. Let me clean up a little bit and we will do that. Okay, so if you have a die, like a shape that you want to run this through, something beautiful like that, definitely. I'm just going to trim it down, and I mean, that just came out so perfectly. I love it. So I'm going to take a 1/16 of an inch. I know that's very persnickety here, but off of each edge. And actually, I mean, there is a long tail on this one. Maybe I take the whole 1/8 of an inch off. Let me see. If that whole 1/8 was gone, you know what, that might be okay. There's a longer tail, and I like the way that looks, but if I take that whole 1/8 off of there, there you go. And then maybe just, yeah, I'm going to put some butterflies here. So what I'm going to do is just take the other 1/8 of an inch off the top, make the top a little tighter. And that is that. And I'm just going to glue that onto my card base, okay? I mean, look how beautiful that is. Just simple and gorgeous. I mean, that's a card on its own. I'll be right back. Okay, so I have that glued down. Beautiful. I love that script. And then I just grabbed a bunch of reds and pinks. I know it's kind of random, but I think we'll make it work. So I'm going to use the butterflies. And I did use an A2 size card base, but I mean a 5x7 would be lovely and you'd have more room for these guys, but I'm trying to see. I think it'll be okay. I think I can use all three. So I'm going to run each one of these shapes through, you know, however, and I'll be right back. So I just want the die cut right now. Okay guys, so I just ran them through and I'm just keeping this out because I'm going to do the 3D embossing folder and I know I need my larger machine. Otherwise those run through a smaller machine, no problem. And so let's see. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and remove them. I know they might have a little washi stuck on them, so I'll be right back. Okay, so let's get these guys lined up where we want them. And this one's going to be like in here. And again, I'm just placing them on the shape. You can verify. I can see that this one, to me, looks like that. And this one looks like this one. But you can also kind of just pop it in here just to make sure that that's correct. If you need to spray them with a little water, you know, go for it. Whatever you think you should do. This one needs to be moved down just a little more. And again, if you just put a piece of paper with the die, you would just place the die and run it through. And that looks pretty good. And for the universal plate system, oh, I'm going to drop something. I'm holding on to this tight. You're going to do your A plate and then the gray adapter. Okay. And let's see how we do. Now again, if you put a whole piece of paper with the die, it's going to be like spot on because that's where it cuts and that's where it embosses, you know. But this one, I cut it first, placed it where I thought it should go, and then embossed it. So there we go. Ooh, and this one had a white core. I might run it through a different pink because I don't really care for that for this card. You know, they all look like this. So maybe I'll find another pink to do that one with, okay? I'll be right back. Look at that. It pays to have lots of pink in your stash. So I'm just going to go like this. And this time when I run it through, I'll show you the other way of doing it, okay? Just in case, you know, you prefer one to the other. Let's grab that. Okay. I had already put these things back, so with this, what I probably do is keep this down because obviously you're going to place the die. And if you're bringing it up to the top, it might fall out. So let's put the die where it needs to be. And then there's ridges there that keep it safe. And then, oopsie, was it this one? I think it's this one. I don't remember which one I wanted to redo. Yeah, hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, that fit right in there perfectly. So this was the light pink one, and this is the darker red one. It was a little bit off, so I might as well redo it. Now this piece of paper is kind of in the way, so I'm going to readjust that because it's too much. It's overlapping too much, so let's just do it like that. That should be okay. The die's there, this will be here. Okay, I'm going to run that through again, and you can check on the top just to make sure everything's good. And let's do it again. I might have run, I don't know, I feel like those two butterflies are very similar, at least the two larger ones. They might have just given you two so that you can do two at once, you know, because they look very similar to me. I don't see hardly any difference. So again, this will be more exact because the paper was completely there and then the die. So just another way of doing it, and then an easier way, right? Don't put the die up here and then bring it down. It's gonna fall out. But look how perfect that is. Lovely. Okay. All right, let's put our card together. Oh, another thing you can do is put one white piece of paper through the whole thing and then color them, right? You have butterflies, you have flowers, all that. Oh, look how pretty this looks. That was totally accident. I was just moving it over that. Oh my gosh, you guys. Now I'm like, I want to do that. Okay, maybe on the next one. I don't know. Oh, that looks so pretty because it really does just fit right on top. And what I would do with that is kind of flex one so it has some... Oh my goodness. Okay, well that was a happy accident, but not what I was going to do today. But I love it. Anyhow, I was just going to do something like that, right? Just stack up some of these guys. And you can glue them down completely or give them a little bit of wing, you know, like I like to do here. Of course, we want to keep it within the card so you can put it in your envelope. But that's pretty. I'm trying to think how I want to do these guys. Like I said, these are larger, so I want you to see hello. All right, so let's just glue this one down on the very edges. Make sure it doesn't go anywhere. Right there. That is so pretty. I didn't realize you can stack one on the other. Okay, and then this one also not quite stuck down, but just around here, right? And staying within the card. Maybe a little higher up. There we go. Hold on. Something like that. I guess this guy can be a little more at a different angle. They're kind of at the same angle, and that makes me not... I don't know. I have to have them doing different things. It looks too staged. All right, guys. Well, there you go. Simple and gorgeous, and just like a little pop of pink maybe for Valentine's coming up, you know, spring. However, I just like these colors together. Like I always say, I hardly ever wear pink and red together because I think it doesn't match. But on cards or, you know, quilts, things like that, I think it looks really nice. So there you go. I mean, look how pretty those are. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Thank you so much, Spellbinders, for setting these items for you. I will definitely follow up with more tutorials on these other items, and then also for the other new collections that I will have for you guys. And yeah, links are in the description box. US and UK images are coming up, and I'll see you all at the next one. Bye now.